There's only one thing that could stop Georgia from getting to the playoffs in 2021. And unfortunately, it's your own coach, Kirby Smart. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I do college football videos every single day. The closer the college football season gets here, the more excited and more energetic these videos are going to be. Georgia is getting a ton of hype this year in 2021. Deservedly so. They have a ton of talent in Athens, especially on the offense. JT Daniels, their quarterback. Zamir White, he'll be back, their running back. Tight end Darnell Washington, and a loaded and deep wide receiving core. They beefed up their defense with Tyke Smith, the safety from yours truly, West Virginia. And that was really the only issue that Georgia had going into the 2021 football season. Well, they shored that up. So really, there's no excuse. But when I looked at the numbers, Georgia really hasn't had an excuse for the past 5 years, guys. Past 5 years. No excuses to not make the playoffs. So I pulled up these bad boys, these numbers. Let me explain what you're looking at. These are the 2021 roster rankings. How good each roster is for each team. 1 Alabama, 2 Ohio State, 3 LSU, 4 Georgia, 5 Clemson, 6 Oregon, 7 Texas A&M, 8 USC, 9 Notre Dame, and 10 Michigan. Yeah, that one surprised me. But the team I want to focus on is Georgia. So in 2021, Georgia is considered to have the 4th best roster. In the past 5 years, they have been considered as having an average of the 2nd best roster in all of college football. And what's their record? 52-14. That's not a bad record, but the problem is only 1 playoff appearance. No national championships. That has to change. This is where the rubber meets the road. I'm just going to lay it on the line. If Georgia does not make the playoffs in 2021, Kirby Smart needs to be fired. No discussion. No, but this happened. Injuries. I don't care. He needs to be fired. On their current team this year, Georgia has the 2nd most top 300 players on their team. They're only behind Alabama. They have 61. Alabama has 70. Compare that to Clemson. They have 53. Georgia is loaded with talent, and they always are. Honestly, they've never had any excuse, but this is the year where all excuses are done. This is it. You have to make the playoffs. Here's what their schedule looks like. First game, they take on Clemson at Charlotte. Yes, that will be a tough game, but you have more talent than Clemson. There's no excuse to lose this football game. The biggest problem for Georgia is they got to get out of their own head. Guys, you have more talent than Clemson right now. It's can your coaching get the job done? Clemson's coaching staff is amazing. They work with lesser talent and develop them more quickly and more efficiently. But I'm going to say Georgia should win this football game. Next game, UAB, win. Next game, South Carolina. I want to say win. It should be a win, but we've seen this before. The last time South Carolina came to Athens, what happened? They upset Georgia. Shouldn't happen this year, guys. Don't let South Carolina sneak up on you. They have some talent there over in Columbia, but nothing compared to what you have. Should be a win. At Vanderbilt, should be a win. Arkansas, should be a win. At Auburn, definitely should be a win, but it's on the road and weird things happen at Jordan-Hare. You have to avoid that. Doesn't matter if you're on the road or at home. You're the better team. Get it done. Should be a win. Kentucky should be an easy win. Florida and Jacksonville should be a comfortable win. Florida loses a ton of talent, a ton of experience. This should be a 2-touchdown win for Georgia. Missouri. This is the game that I have a little bit of hesitation. I think Georgia could roll into this game undefeated, and the pressure will be building. And Missouri's a decent football team. I think Missouri finishes 2nd in the SEC East. I think they're capable of going into Athens and pulling a shocker and beating Georgia and making some fans in Athens really nervous. But it should be a win. At Tennessee, should be a blowout win. Charleston Southern, another blowout win. At Georgia Tech, a comfortable win. Georgia Tech's going to make a bowl this year. This game might be closer than some people expect, but still should be a win. So yeah, Georgia should go undefeated. Should. Problem is, sometimes they play down to some of their opponents and they let them sneak up on them and upset them. Honestly, I think the Clemson game is a must-win for Georgia, because if they lose that game, they cannot lose another game and get to the playoffs. It's not going to happen. You have to beat Clemson. This is the year where you can get it done. But unfortunately for you, you have Kirby Smart as a coach. So it's definitely far from a guarantee that Georgia should beat Clemson, even though they should. In fact, I think most people will bet on Clemson just because how dominant Clemson has been. But Georgia, You got to win this game. I'm predicting Georgia to have 1 or 2 losses. If they can get through the regular season undefeated, they can afford a loss in the SEC championship. But if they lose to Clemson and then lose again in the SEC championship, that's not a playoff team. However, I wouldn't totally discount the idea of putting Georgia in. They could be the first team with 2 losses to make the playoffs. As long as they don't get blown out and play close games against Clemson and Alabama, they would still have a small chance to get into the playoffs. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.